Well, hello everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming out today and to spend about 30 to 45 minutes with me as I talk about how to discover the fortune that lies in your warm market. The call is being recorded today, and you'll have access to it after the call is over, after the conference is over. But before we get started, I want to ask a couple quick questions to kind of get the feel for the room and where everybody's from before I go into my story and so forth. Okay, so I'm putting up two quick polls. Just take about 15, 20 seconds to answer them real quick, so we can kind of get an idea of who we have with us and experience levels and all that fun stuff. A couple more seconds and we'll close this up. All right, well, I'm going to share those results real quick. So thank you for that, first and foremost. So we have a lot of guys, a lot of us here are highly experienced, 10 plus years in the business. And, the biggest problem that most of us are facing, that we don't have enough leads. We're not seeing enough people on a weekly basis, daily basis, or whatnot. So you came to the right place to hear some strategies, some information on how we can really help you. All right, so I'm Jeremy Nason. I'm one of the coaches at the Insurance Pro Shop. I've been training agents and advisors since 1999 when we started the Insurance Pro Shop. Prior to me getting in starting training agents, I was a large FMO down in South Florida. Had quite a few agents. We were, number 2 just above disability insurance back in the mid 90s. We have a lot of good big life producers and so forth that we worked with. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you today are strategies that we've been teaching agents since we're in FMO. Of really how to get started in this business. How to work your warm market in an effective way without beating people up for appointments like a lot of the captive companies tell you to do. So we're going to share a lot of information, but the warm market is one of the critical markets you work with. These are the people you know, like, and trust, you love, and want to protect. And I hear time and time again that an agent doesn't want to work his warm market, doesn't want to alienate his friends and family, doesn't want to, be shunned by the community or whatnot, for lack of a better word. So they tend to shy away from it. And I'm telling you, that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. And we're going to cover that in a minute here. So what we're going to cover the next 30 to 40 minutes is why you shouldn't avoid your biggest and best market. Why the warm market is the key to your success in this business. We're going to talk about how to tap into your warm market the easy way. No begging, no approach 100 or 200, no calling everybody know I'm begging them for an appointment. None of that stuff that we were taught back, 15, 20 years ago. Cold calling, hey, I need to sit down with you. I have a great product I want to sell you. That doesn't work. That's how you lose friends. That's how you lose family members, and you get shunned for that. We're going to talk about how to cut your prospecting time in half. This is what it's all about. We want to help you get in front of more people on a consistent basis, without having to struggle to get all the appointments you need. We're going to talk about how to create vocal client advocates and a strong referral base. This is the key to long-term success in this business. Without referrals, if you're constantly having to do the same things every year to make sales, you're not building anything for long term. My philosophy and Lou's philosophy has always been, in the first 5 years, if you're not, after the first 5 years, not working on 50% or more referrals, you're doing something extremely wrong. And we're going to talk about that later on. I'm going to teach you, and this is for a lot of my newer agents and my more experienced agents who use this, but I'm going to teach you a script, the help script, that one agent used to make $25,000 in commissions in the second month of the business. Okay, that's going to be your walk away, what you get to take home with you, and a few other things we have for you. Okay, so I talk to hundreds of agents a week, thousands of agents a month, wanting to get in the business, wanting to know why they can't see people on a frequent basis, why they're struggling to get leads. And I ask them, have you talked to people in your warm market? Have you talked to the people you already know, like, and trust, the ones who love you and would like to see you succeed? And they tell me, no, I'm afraid to. I don't want to be labeled that insurance guy. Okay, because as insurance, because we have a bad rap in this industry. We all know it. To illustrate that point, me and my wife went to a mystery dinner theater a couple of years ago up in Tennessee. Excuse me. And as everybody's mingling before, the actors are all running around and asking people, why they're here and everything else. And they told us our anniversary. It was our, 5th or 10th year wedding anniversary or whatnot. And they asked us to come on stage. So, me not being shy like I used to be, and her being a former drama actress type person, yeah, we'll be happy to go on stage and talk to the people and, answer the questions they have. They wanted to embarrass us a little bit, which is fine. And they asked me, what my wife did for a living. And back then she was working as a daycare teacher. So she got all the oohs and ahs, like babies and blah, blah, blah. And they asked me, what do I do? So just wanting to see the type of people, the reputation we have in this industry, I said, I'm an insurance agent. And I got booed off the stage. Okay, and this is in front of about 60 to 100 people. The actors are kicking me off the stage, basically the scum of the earth type thing. Okay, so we have a bad rap in this industry as is. So we don't want to be hitting our friends and family and having them extend that to them, right? But why I'm telling you this is, to be successful in this business, you have to work with your warm market. You have to be in front of people you know, like, and trust. These are the people you should care about. These are the people you should want to protect. I don't know how many times I've seen, where I had an agent, didn't want to work with this warm market, comes to me and said, so-and-so sold my mother or father-in-law a variable annuity and it lost money. Or, they just missed on that $500,000 term sale. Or I just bought term or I got rid of my whole life policy to get term insurance or whatnot. We've all seen it. Shouldn't these people be the ones you want to protect first? If you truly believe in what you're doing in this business, that you're truly helping people, who should you want to help first? Should be the people you care about most. But when it comes to working the warm market, and I'm going to go back to an Albert Gray quote here in a second that kind of illustrates, what I'm talking about is, successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. That's it in a nutshell. But here's the actual quote from Company Index. If you have not read this report, email me, call me. I'll be happy to send you a copy of it to help you get that information in your hands. But sorry, I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, so if I keep coughing, I apologize. We have to be willing to do what the rest of us aren't willing to do. We have to be able to help everybody we can help. And your warm market is the people that you should be caring about to want to help first. So put away the mindset that, hey, I'm afraid to work with them, I don't want to be shunned. I'm going to teach them strategies so you don't have to worry about that anymore, so that you get them to want to help you. That's what we want to do. We want our friends to help us, to want to buy from us, to want our help and service. There's no better feeling when you can say, hey, I helped my cousin, I helped my aunt buy their first home. I helped them, when my uncle died, that my aunt was taken care of because she had $2 million of insurance. Nothing to worry about having to work ever again. It's beyond the money at that point. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want in the end. So the money will come no matter what. But you have to want to help people first. And your friends, family, neighbors, people you do business with are the ones you should be helping first. These are the people that care about you, that you should care about. So the reason we talk about this warm market is we want to cut your price in half. We want to slash it. We want to cut it down to almost nothing if possible. How much better off would you be if you didn't have to spend money on leads? If you didn't have to go outside your warm market to prospect? How much time and money would that save you on a weekly or monthly basis? And it can be done. It takes time to set up to do the warm market properly. But if we can cut your lead expense by half, or the amount of money you have to spend out, or if you're more aggressive, hey, spend the same amount of money and get double the leads. What a dang shame that shame is too. So what we're going to talk about first is something that's near and dear to my heart, something I teach every agent. Everywhere, every agent I talk to, I tell them to do this because it's the simplest way to get people to understand what you're doing. And it's a simple letter. And it's not asking for anything. It's not sales in any form or fashion. So here it is. Dear so-and-so, a while ago, one of my dear friends got very upset with me because I never let them know that I was available to help them with the family with all their insurance and financial matters. It dawned upon me at that moment, I had felt that the people I care about most know what I do and the work I do and the service I provide. Very cut and dry. Hey, you failed somebody. We've all had those stories where, so-and-so, didn't call me first, ended up buying the wrong thing or getting rid of their whole life or UL policy to get a term policy. They were talking about a prime market guy or whatnot. We've all been there. We've all had people, like in my situation, I've had people die on my watch. And that's very hurtful to me. Okay. That I didn't extend my hand to even offer. Knowing what I know. My nephew, my nephew Sawyer, and this is, I'm going to try not to get upset with this. His parents, good friends of my wife's brother and her sister-in-law, had a child who was sick at birth. Or not sick at birth, but had some issues, but not really anything that couldn't be insured at that point. And I never talked to them about their insurance with them because I just didn't think they would do it, and I just didn't want to inconvenience them or put a bill or worry in their head. And this is probably 10 years ago. Okay. Now, when my nephew Sawyer got sick and started to go downhill, we realized he had a backwards heart. He had all kinds of pulmonary disorders and all kinds of mental issues and so forth. Okay. And when he passed, when he was 5 years old, I believe, we had to pass the plate, and that was probably, the one moment in my career that stands out to me the most. It's not being able to deliver that check, not being able to make sure that film was taken care of. So we had to pass the plate, and being my family, my family in Florida, not the most well off down there, so it took us a while. So I actually had to hold the benefit up here in Georgia to raise the money to bury him. And at that point, I knew I was never going to do this again. I was never going to have a family member I cared about not have the insurance. Because there's no worse feeling in the world than knowing that, hey, I didn't do my job and this bad thing happened. So off my soapbox for a minute. But, so the Heartfelt Letter is a very simple tool to let people about how you work and what you can help them do. And you can change the bullet points to whatever facet of the business you want to work on. So I use these. This is my letter that I use, and I help people with the upsides to the stock market, no downside risk, to help create tax-free income, pay off your home 5 to 10 years early, maximize retirement benefits, all that fun stuff. It's very broad. I'm not trying to get super salesy and super integrated into it. And then you follow up. I want you to know if you have any questions or want a second opinion or can be any assistance, please give me a call. And I let them know I'm sending my newsletter to them. I'm not asking for anything during this letter. I'm not offering a free report. I'm not asking for come to a workshop. I'm just letting them know, hey, I'm here if you need me. And I want to hit the point home. So if you can take that first paragraph and tell a quick story about why you're doing it, it's going to hit home even further. I have guys that have used similar stories to what I have, about my nephew Sawyer. My nephew Alex works in the office. His brother became diabetic at 26 years old, no longer insurable. That breaks his heart. I know, thinking about that he has a wife and 2 kids that he can't get insurance for right now. We all go through these situations, and we want to prevent these. So that's the letter. Okay, so it's not going to be a sales letter. You're not trying to sell on it. You're not trying to do anything besides, hey, open the door and get people to understand where you're coming from, how you can help them, and what you can help them do. It's to get them the process to, get their heartstrings involved, to allow us to get their emotions built up in them, saying, hey, I'm here if you need me. I'm here to help people pay off their home, protect their family, create living benefits, whatever you want to do. Your family has history of cancer, talk about the living benefits of the policies. I help families provide money if a living event happens where you become sick, disabled, lose your job, have cancer, have a heart attack, whatever. We'll help provide you with replacement income. A lot of things you can do there. So here are the steps to making this work. 1, send the letter. 2, follow up with a phone call a few days later. And the phone call is just to talk to the people, and see if they have any questions. If they have a question, set the appointment. If they say, hey, how do you help people pay off their home 10 to 15 years early? Well, Brad, I don't know your situation that well, but lots of ways to do it. When's the time for us to sit down and talk? And if they don't have questions, invite them to a workshop. Invite them to see your work firsthand. So goes to my second point. Why a workshop? Why don't we try to beat them if they have the appointment? Because people not going to respond to beating them if they have an appointment. Right? But this is a fun way to let people see what you do in comfort without being sold. So first, it's not a threatening way for you to let people know what you do. 2, it's great practice for you to have friendly faces in the audience. I don't know about you, but I hate doing workshops. I hate speaking engagements. When I was younger, I did. I love them now. But, it's always better to have a friendly face that you can kind of connect with, someone you already know. Takes the pressure off. It's a fun, social, interactive event. They get to see how you interact with others. That's the most important thing. They get to see how you help other people before helping themselves. And the little insider secret I want to share, with any workshop you do, the cost of attendance for friends and family is to bring a friend. It gives you instant referrals. That's probably the best part of it. So even though they're not going to buy anything from you, they may not want to meet with you. But if they come to the workshop, they're going to bring a friend for you, the instant referral for you. What kind of endorsement is that to start with? So let's talk about referrals. Referrals left out all our business. Are there any businesses out there that can survive on just one-time sale? How does Walmart, any restaurant, McDonald's make their money? Is it by a single person buying one time? No, it's about coming back to repeat over and over and over again. Same thing our business should be. Our business should never be a one-shot deal. If you're doing one-shot deals where you see a client once on a product and never see them again, you're doing it wrong. Hate to be harsh, but I'm not going to candy coat things. Okay, so you got to learn how to make yourself referable. That's the first and foremost thing. I hear agents every day, well, I can't get referrals. What am I doing wrong? Well, you're selling a product first and foremost. Product sales are the bane of this industry. There's too many guys that are just selling a product, trying to make a quick sale, quick buck, and being gone. You know, if you want to make yourself referable, you need to stop talking about products itself. Products are irrelevant at the end of the day. You got to focus on the problems they have first. You focus on the problem, help them get emotionally bound to the problem, and then the product is a solution to that problem. The product is not the problem. Therefore, products are relevant in my opinion. It's a solution. Okay? To make yourself referable, go above and beyond the call of duty. You know, talk about things you don't make any money on. You know, I know myself, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. But I give my clients information on why they should see a CPA, what trust they need to set up with their attorney. Absolutely. Talking about their wills, powers of attorney. You know, when you can offer help on other things that don't even apply to your business a lot of times, you create raving fans. You become that trusted advisor. You have clients that won't go anywhere, and they'll call you on every problem they have. You know, so, you know, go above and beyond the call of duty. Help people pay off debts. Help them, you know, get their power attorney set up. Help them plan for the children's education. You know, help them do all these things. Be involved. You know, all my clients and prospects are my friends, first and foremost. You know, I care about their well-being. I'm not there to sell a product. You know, I may agree they need a product, but I can't tell them that. That's a whole other story for another class. But, you know, you got to make them raving fans. That's going to make your business a lot smoother and create lots and lots of referrals for you. When you have a client that thinks you walk on water, for lack of a better way to phrase it, you know, you've changed the life, you become their hero. Okay, are they going to refer you to their friends and family so you could best serve them? Hands down, every time. Now, if you come in and just talk about a product and sell a product, are they going to come back? No. You know, how many of us have gone back to the same car salesman after 5 years to buy another car? I tried. I had one good salesman at one point, but even he was gone after 3 or 4 years of the business. Whole other story. So when you're making raving fans, you're creating a vocal referral base. That's what it comes down to. You're building people that want to share, you know, want to expose you to their friends and family, that feel confident and know that you can help other people. You know, help incentivize it. You know, one of the agents I work with up in Illinois, he does a great referral contest. You know, he come the trusted advisor. He has, you know, 70, 80 policies sold a year. He makes between 300 and 325 a year. That's all he wants to make. He don't want any more than that. But he does a great referral program that he offers a free dinner, $50 dinner to some restaurant up in Illinois. And last time he ran it, he got like 30 or 40 referrals from it. You know, one client sent him 12. That's who won the contest. You know, what would that mean to your practice to be able to do? Just send out and know you're going to get 5, 10, 15, 20 referrals every time you do it. For a free dinner, is it worth it? Doing contests. You know, help them help you spread the message. You know, one of the fun things we used to do is, you know, we've all been to Tupperware parties, right? or have heard of them at some point. In-home workshops. Would you pay your clients for the referrals to help you do that? Would you pay them $10 a couple to bring in their friends, $20, whatever you want to pay them? Help them help you spread the message. Now, with a lot of the younger families out there, and I'll say millennials as an example of that, everything they do is for a cause. Make your business a mission, make it a cause. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to build long term? Because I can tell you, my mission is to help every family live debt-free and truly wealthy. I have I have a lady up in Massachusetts who is doing a financial ministry, for lack of a better term again, on empowering women through finance. That's her mission. That's the cause, to help middle-income women live debt-free and truly wealthy. Help make what you do a mission. Help do it for the greater good. Help give back with it. I don't know how many of you watch Shark Tank. My wife religiously watches it every Friday, I think it's on or something. And I can tell you, when you make something a mission or a cause, people are going to want to buy your services, want to buy your products. For example, there's a company, and I can't remember the name of the company, but they make socks, of all things. And this one kind of stuck with me of all the things I've seen on Shark Tank, that for every pair of socks you buy, they donate one pair to a needy family. And these socks are like $25 a pair. And in my mind, I can't remember my mind around it. I can go buy a pair of socks for, 8 pair for $8. So for somebody, I could probably donate them myself, and just buy another pack of 8 and donate it to a family, right? And I'm saving money. But this company's done like $10 million in sales because they made it a mission. Now people have to think about it. And they just know, hey, if I buy socks from this company, they're cool socks, cool designs on them, and they send a free pair to a family. They don't have to worry about it. Work this into your practice. Help your referral base. Help it do it for a cause. One of the reasons I got in this business, because I was a successful agent, successful recruiter, but in the big scheme of things, if I can go out and help over the course of my lifetime, 500 to 1,000 clients effectively over a 30 or 40-year career, the way I do it, right? And that makes a good dent in my local area of how many people I can actually serve, okay? But my mission became greater than that. So if I can train 1,000 agents to do what I do, and they help 1,000 clients each, my cause has multiplied dramatically. I'm making a huge dent not only locally, but over the whole course of the United States. I'm putting, a big dent in the population. So how can what you do make it a mission? How can you do it for a cause? Think about that, how to apply that to your business. All right, so here's the takeaway for today. This is the easiest way. I'm going to give you 2 different scripts. The 2 easiest ways to get people to sit down and talk to you. Okay? First one, you ask them, we know each other. And they'll come back and say, well, we're going for 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. Would you be willing to do me a favor? It's a yes or no question. And if they care about you, they're going to say, yeah, anytime, whatever you need me to do. Bill, I really need your help. I'm not asking you to buy anything. As you know, I just got in the insurance business, taking a course, whatever, and I'm trying to learn some new presentations to help people get out of debt and save for retirement, right? I need something to practice on. I would like to practice on you and get your opinion on how I'm doing in the service I offer. Would that be okay? Okay. Something as simple as this works. Okay. And to illustrate that, I told you at the beginning of the presentation that, hey, I had an agent 2 months in the business make $25,000, all by using this exact script. See, he was from New York, and he was young. He was about 24, 25 when he got in the business. So a younger end of the spectrum for most of us. And he went through his warm market, his friends' family, his parents' family, all that stuff, and couldn't make an appointment to save his life. His dad worked for a local union up there. So his dad gave him a list of all the union members that he knew. And the agent called every single one of them, couldn't buy an appointment. Okay. So he called me and Lou, and we sat down and talked to him over the phone, a couple of coaching sessions, and told him to try this out. Use the help script. Now, David called quite a few, but I don't know the exact numbers anymore. It was a long time ago. But he had called them and used the script and told them, hey, my dad really respects you. And, you know, they all knew his dad. So, and they wanted me to let me practice on you. I'm trying to work with the older market and trying to help them, you know, families of debt-free and truly wealthy. Would you like me to practice on you? And appointments started rolling in. Okay. And after the first month, first week's doing the appointments, calling me for the cases, doing the stuff we normally train agents on, he did over $25,000 in commissions. Now, this is with a captive company that only pays 50% commissions. So he did over $50,000 in premium in the second month in the business. How would that change your practice itself? If you only had a tenth that success, 50% of that, how much better off would you be? Now, I know I have some guys in the business 10, 20 years. You know, I've been in those 10 or 20 years. Here's the same script changed up a little bit for you guys because we're not new to the business, but we still need practice. Same script. Oh, my PowerPoint's messed up. But same basic premise. Bill, I need your help. I'm not asking you to buy anything. As you know, I've been helping people save for retirement. And right now I'm working with a new consultant who's given me some new unique ideas on how to help people get out of debt and save money for their future. I would like to practice on you and get your opinion on how I'm doing in the services I offer. Would you allow me to practice on you or come to my workshop, blah, blah, blah. Very simple. Works both ways. You know, bottom line is by letting the people know what you do in a non-threatening, non-salesy way, you're building credibility and trust for the future. That's what all this is geared to do. So even if you don't make sales initially, you know, you're letting the people you know what you do and how you're helping families. That transitions and relates to referrals long term. It does. I promise you, you use these steps, you're going to see a change in your practice. Now, I'm going to throw an idea out there. I don't have a slide for this or nothing, but I've been talking with the agents and I've been coaching agents on this recently. You know, so I have agents that have moved. They don't live near their clients, their prospects, friends, family anymore. Like I have one guy who has friends and family in Florida, but lives in New York. I have a lady who lives in Idaho, but has clients 2 hours away. All her family lives 2 hours away. You know, we're in a day of technology, right? I'm not saying go do phone sales. Phone sales don't work. If you're doing them, God bless you. You're making money doing it. I'm glad you are. But there's a lot of new technology out there where you don't have to drive and see people. You can do it all via video conference. So as long as you, I mean, I like seeing people face to face, but if I can't get them because I have friends and family in Florida, I do it over the internet through my virtual conference room, and I see them face to face. It's online with 800 miles apart. So use technology. It can work still. Okay. So here's what one agent, and I'll let you guys read this for a few seconds. This is an agent I've worked with for about 10, 15 years. And he was struggling to work with this warm market initially. And this is what he said after, he started doing it. These are the things we teach agents to do. Okay. So I'm hoping you can see why you shouldn't avoid your biggest market. It's a great referral source. It's a great way to get your practice in, to learn stuff and tweak what you're doing. How to tap in the easy way. How to cut your process time in half. Creating your vocal habits and strong referral base. How that helps you make a huge impact. These are all things every agent should be doing, whether you've been in the business 5 days to 50 years. Having that warm market, center influence, vocal advocate base, whatever you want to call it, makes a huge impact on your business long term. This is who you send newsletters to. This is who you're in contact with, you see most frequently. And I'm not talking about just friends and family. I'm talking about people you do business with, business partners, people you buy services from. These are the people that you should want to have in your corner. These are the people that will promote you. They'll shine your light. They'll give you those inside edges into different businesses and different companies and so forth. Okay, so I'm hoping I could, I think I've been a little long-winded today, but I hope I showed you some techniques you can use. The help script, the heartfelt letter, use them. Use them, absolutely 100%. Send them out, follow up the phone calls, do the work. Take to heart that 90% of agents out there are skipping their warm markets and are missing out on a huge market, a huge ton of business can be written, a huge amount of people to protect, because they're scared. They're unwilling to do what successful people are willing to do. Okay, so this is a sampling of our teaching. When we have tons more stuff, and I'm going to answer some questions here in a minute. But being that you guys took time out of the day today to come sit down and talk to me for a half hour, 40 minutes, I want to give something to you. Okay, and because I care about giving back to this industry. Okay, so here's what I want to offer today. Okay, now my business started around this resource center. Okay, it's 30 hours of video, our 10 steps to success, and thousands of pages of marketing lessons, tips, scripts, tools to help you grow your practice. It's basically insurance marketing and sales 101 in a nutshell, plus a lot more. So it's an online tool designed to help you continue your learning curve. Okay. One of the things in this business is if you stop learning, you're dead in the water. Right? In any business. The minute you stop learning, you're dead in the water. Our goal is to keep you learning every day, to learn something new every day. Okay. So here's the offer. I want to give you a 30-day test drive of the site. You pay nothing right now. Okay. You test it for 30 days. End of 30 days, we lock you into a $25 a month price. What I mean by lock in is that price will never change. It'll never go up. Okay. You can cancel anytime. There's no contract, no games, no BS. Okay. 30 days free, and then $25 a month if you decide to keep it. Okay. I want you to go in there and read those lessons, read the tools on really how to effectively work your warm market, how to cut your prospect down in half, how you can really help the people that you care about most. Here's a quick little testimony I got a couple of years ago from an agent, that was really impacted by the site. And this is one of hundreds of people that has, been affected by this site. I had one gentleman that comes to mind. He had spent, I think, $10,000 or $15,000 to go to Bill Backrack's training, financial planning training. And this is back when my site was, I think, $15 a month or something. It was a lot cheaper back in the day. But he said, Jeremy and Lou, I learned more, reading your website in the last 2 days than I did at 2 weeks with Bill Backrack, for about 1% of the cost. That tells you a lot. The site is phenomenal. Check it out. Get it free for 30 days. Okay. All right. So just make sure let me go back to that. Okay. Something wrong here. Make sure you go to this website. That's what the special offer is. And that has the promo code so you get the discount. All right. So if you have any questions, want to talk this out, give me or Lou a call, or call Alex in my office. We've all been in the business for a long time. Alex is the young guy, answers the phone a lot. He's been in the business. This is starting his 4th year. Me and Lou have been in the business for well over 20 years now. But call us, check out our website, www.insuranceproshop.com. Other than that, I know people have questions, so, put them in the Q&A box, put them in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Okay, I have 2 already. Yeah, Mo's at the end of the conference, you'll be getting a copy of the letter and the copy of the help script, definitely. Okay, from Jan, another question here. Thank you for the offer. I work the Medicare market, MedSup plans, and the only compliant way to contact them is through mail. How can this help me? Well, with the Medicare market, there's different rules and regulations. You have to kind of know what steps you have to take there. But you can, once you complete the Medicare sale, unless rules have changed, I don't follow that market that much anymore. I don't sell MedSups at all anymore. The last thing I knew, once you had a cool down period, and once you made the MedSup sale at an appointment where you could go back and talk to people and contact them regarding other options, other opportunities they have. Okay. So the other way around that I know people are doing is, if you have clients if you're a Medicare only agent, partner up with somebody. That way you can pass them off to your senior marketing specialist and so forth. Make sense? All right. Any other questions? Everybody's quiet today. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, or if you have a question afterwards, after the class is over, feel free to call me. I'm here Monday through Friday. Call me on my 800 line. It's 877-297-4608. Check out my other presentations on Insurance WebEx. I have done 3 I think it's my 3rd one with them this year. But definitely check out our site. We're here to help you guys at the end of the day. I'm not going to hard sell you to buy anything. We're not that type of people, not recruiters. We're just here to share information and really help you guys get to the next level in your practice. So with that being said, if there's no more questions, I want to thank everybody for attending, taking your time out of your schedule to come see me today, and make it a great day.